the vampire theory?
So the reason I have a lot to say, first and foremost, this is me specifically, is because there were some indications that Roz and Taj had something to do with or was somewhat responsible for Sister Corinne Gaines being shot down by the Baltimore policy enforcers. Because what was implied, because this particular sister was learning. Some things she didn't specifically say she was a Moor. She didn't mention R.B. Bay in any way. However, these cowardice activities, took a chance to jump on them in a way that I feel is absolutely disrespectful. It has to be acknowledged. It has to be addressed because it's a dirty implication that's not true.
I don't concede. I'm not mad at you. Disrespect because you disrespectful. I'm asking your delegation of authority order confirmed by Congress. You didn't get it. That's called treason. The penalties of treason? Yes, listen to him. The penalties of treason are what? Death by hanging is the penalty. Listen to this 14-year-old kid with the red Phillies hat on. Hey, where your homies at, man? You want to run back on phone number 909-520-7190. You might need Condoleezza Rice to call me or something. Donald Rumsfeld, you need somebody to call me. Let me tell you, Martin Luther King did it wrong. Malcolm X did it wrong. Maurice is going to do it correct. If it's a citation, it's called a bill of attainder. It's not called a citation. But the thing is, they don't teach you that.
Right. There's just been too many avalanche of lies that we have to dig ourselves out of. So I'm talking about this coward specifically. The fact that, you actually try to blame Roz and Taj for having blood on their hands when y'all claimed that you was black power. Y'all turned your back on the lessons of Noble Drew Ali, right? And in the meantime, while y'all claiming all this black stuff, all of these bodies that have been accumulated by way of gunfire of policy enforcers on our people, you wait till somebody actually stands up for something, like literally standing up for their birthrights. And, okay, we don't know that from the stop, everything that I was able to see, I didn't see the actual murder. But from what I heard, what I understand, and maybe you could bring me further along in my understanding with this, is that after that, she ended up in her home, and they came back to try to, attack her or violate her and basically kidnap her on the municipal warrant, which was what she was trying to avoid, et cetera, et cetera. However, that's harassment, that's stalking, that's violation of the Constitution because they have no jurisdiction. But what I'm saying is, out of all of these people who, since y'all claim y'all black, you know what I mean? We know better. You know what I mean? We know that we're Moors, and this is all we're trying to wake people up to further uplift fallen humanity. But what I wanted to say is to try to take that particular situation where the sister exhibited courage that these dudes do not have. They don't have it in any type of fashion. All they're going to do is get on YouTube and Facebook and talk shit, excuse my expression, but that's all that's going on. I don't see no type of nothing in them. Just to sanction her son in this particular situation to forever, you know what I mean, to forever fight against this type of shit, excuse my expression. But that's what she said to us. She said, you see them, you know that they're not your friends. And then he was trying to tell her son, the policy enforcer, highwayman, was trying to tell her son that they were his friend. And she immediately rebutted that and said to her son, do you believe that? He said no. All right? That's the power of the woman understanding and raising up the son. And these dudes was not built like that. Their mother taught them to be submissive. That's why they step out in front of the world and adopt their mentality. That's why they step out in front of the world and say things like, oh, well, the state paid for the roads that you navigate on. Well, that's like saying if I kick you out your house, take the sheet off your bed, and put new sheets on your bed, is that not still your bed? Are you going to waiver the fact that I'm in your throne, I'm in your kingdom, I'm in your home because I put a new sheet on your bed? It's the same thing with the roads as it relates to the ancestral state of Moors, who we know we've been branded Negro, black, and colored, but we're not Negro, black, and colored. And another thing, another reason why I do not respect these dudes who are pushing the fact that they're black and, affiliated with people who do that is the fact that, let's make this really clear. You cannot take that as an example of this situation with Corinne Gaines and blame RV Bay Publications or blame Moores or blame Roz or blame Taj or blame anybody. Y'all are in a traumatized state of mind, and you have the psychology of counter-blame. That's what's wrong with y'all. You don't know where to place the blame at because you don't want to agitate your masters. That's all it is. Let's keep it one. Salute to Brethren Cujo because he put up the video with all you clowns who was talking crazy like Moors ain't about nothing, Moors have no political rights, none of it worked. When the Brethren put up the video showing you the contrast of somebody in the black power mentality with no knowledge of law, and then, somebody with, knowledge of their right to travel, the difference between the road stops. But what happened? Y'all keep attacking Moors. When Moors respond, what do? You go straight to the European that you claim you banging on. You go straight to the European that you say is oppressionist. You go straight to the European that you claim is our enemy. But we're speaking up for ourselves, and it's not fair. You have a certain agenda and campaign that's trying to, revert or divert the direction of truth, the light of truth. I do not respect it. I just don't. And the fact that you even try to take on the debate about whether Noble Drew Ali's information was valid or not, I respect all inquiring minds. But I don't respect that because there's actual footage of him giving heavy acknowledgement to Noble Drew Ali.
It's nothing, that we can say that even imagine the contribution of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. One thing that is important is his bloodlines. His mother, Eliza Turner, was a Choctaw, Washita, as a part of an instrumental case in 1848, and his father, John Keatman, or John Drew, was also part of that case, where they actually began to win land back for us in 1848 that was stolen during the Louisiana Purchase. Most of that land that was sold by Napoleon Bonaparte to Thomas Jefferson belonged to a lot of our ancestors. And even one of his great nieces, Empress Tiara Verdiasi Gastineau Bay, actually won land back in 1993. And what we saw was that she reconnected the bloodlines, and you saw the Washita prevailing at that time, doing a lot of work to bring back the issue of nationality and birthrights. But Noble Drew Ali was a man that was way before his time. Could you imagine somebody in 1928 during the Chicago riots wearing a blazing red fez, talking history that was 5,000 years old? We still trying to pierce what he was teaching. And of course, bringing back the Moorish identity is raising Hiram. So in my estimation, as far as the identity factor, there has never been someone to crack the code or the 7 seals like he did. And until we approach what he was teaching in that Circle 7 Quran with an open eye, we will never be able to reclaim anything that deals with the ownership of our rights.
And then getting on Facebook, acting like, there's not certain European schemes in play. He knows that because he had a group called ISIS that he had to change the name to ARNA. Let's keep it a buck. You could go back and look at the YouTube clip with him and Red Pill, where he's sitting there talking about how he had to dip out of an airport building because they tried to attach some terroristic implications to the ISIS society, which we all seen that coming with them, mentioning and trying to paint the image of ISIS in the East as a unregulated militia, as a warpath group. So he knows what it's like to be slandered, or he's on the other side as propaganda. I'm just saying I don't respect him. That was one point I wanted to make very, very clear. Those allegations have no standing. And again, I wanted to emphasize that, the sister made sure she stressed the fact that those policy enforcers knew what they was doing. She had previous experience where, they had took her personal property off of her conveyance. When she went to check the case number, nothing came back with the case.
That's another way to obtain this shit, right?
They shouldn't have stole it from me.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely, they could. I can retain it, but so can they. The same way they got it so fast, they can get the judge to call it or fax it over to them. That's how they did it to get it. So I don't even understand why they running around looking for it when they can just call it and get that shit faxed. It's very simple. They shouldn't have stole it. That would be them wasting more of my time if I gotta go to action.
Okay, Sergeant Kune is a supervisor for Officer
I'm sorry, could you spell his name for me?
Cougnett. He's a supervisor.
Okay.
Okay, that shift is gone for the day. There's another shift that's working now. I'm checking with the supervisor for that shift to look into paperwork to see if he can find it. Waiting for a call back from him to let me know if they have that paperwork that you're looking for.
Okay, how long will that be taking?
He told me he'll call me right back. He's in the process of looking for that.
Okay,
it could be
great.
5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know specifically.
Okay.
But he did tell me he was going to call me back.
Okay, great. I'll be happy to stand here and wait for that call back.
Did that. If I go to my supervisor and they tell me to tell you something, that's my boss.
And you can go back. Okay, and I'm your boss. You guys are a public servant, okay? Now I'm requesting, sure, yes. I'm requesting you to get your supervisor here so that I can speak with him directly, okay?
She said
Obvious.
she's not talking to you.
Okay. Can I hear her say that?
Man, she's not going to.
Because I'm sure that I'm sure she doesn't want you to say that on this camera. I know she don't want you to speak for her. So if she could come out here and she can deny my request to speak with her, I'm not going to take your word for it.
That's fine. I'm just
okay.
She's not going to talk to you. She told me to give you that information, and I'm doing
okay.
what she told me.
Okay, and can you ask her to make sure, I want to get that on camera, that she does not want to speak with me, because I can't take your word for it, because when we go to court, she can easily say that she did not. Because I can't take your word for it, because when we go to court, she can easily say that she did not say that. And you are a credible person, okay? I'm trying to speak to a suit. Absolutely not.
Therefore, she was fed up with the thievery, which you dudes just don't seem to get tired of. Y'all keep supporting it. You act like you don't have slave brains of Negro, black, and color. Yeah, I'm talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Because for those who don't know, or the feeble-minded, they hear that, and then whatever they say, because they're on YouTube, they're like the next movie stars and whatnot. People run with that with no true study. So my thing is, you cannot put or blame, anybody for the actions of these policy enforcers. The law of nature, science, you know what I mean? The science is for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. If you push something in the corner far enough, it's going to snap back. If you push a rubber band back or pull a rubber band back far enough, it's going to snap back or pop. It's the same thing with people today, because they're talking about, how it was 20 years ago. Well, 20 years ago, not that they wasn't murdering people, but they wasn't putting it on camera in your face and getting, not guilty verdicts as much as they are today. We're in a new day and age, and people are fed up just off of what happened off the past 2 years alone. So y'all could be passive and all of that. That's cool. But don't sit here and act like those who are bringing life-giving information, you know what I mean? And then you see somebody take a stand, now you want to criticize and victimize them, or say they was the fault just because you don't have the courage to do what the sister did. The sister has more courage than these dudes at this particular